Well, hello everybody, Smith here. Welcome back to another episode of Jurassic World with the Jurassicraft, Fossil and Archeology Mod and Paleocraft. If you remember last time, I was finishing off the dome and I've look, one little piece missing there. And what I've done is a few things. I've put in the metal surround for the top and I have got rid of the plain glass here. Now, one thing that there is under here, if you've seen the video, and yet again there's another, if you're in the States watching your sport, you'll have seen trailer 3, 4 and 5, which is quite interesting how many trailers have come out. And one of the trailers, latest trailer 6 or TV spot 6, has the Indominus Rex, if you see it for a split second, crashing through the dome, charging through the dome to come inside, and then the helicopter comes down and crashes through here. So anyway, what I am going to build now is a centerpiece, which is a fantastic centerpiece, and it's based all the way around. Yeah, so the centerpiece here is a piece that has like strengthening bits that hang down. So I'm upside down here now, trying to put the underneath, so I'm looking up. It looks a bit weird, but it means I'm having to do backwards and sort of forwards with this to get the beams showing all the way through, because that's the glass. So the beams go from top to bottom of the glass and then the other type of glass. So I'm just going to make this go all the way around, and I'm going to work out where the downward beams come down out of there. So you can see that now. There's a strengthening ring that goes all around, and then we've got some fantastic sort of bits, fantastic sort of upside down, what can I describe it as, sort of a cone upside down with a funny shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just carry on doing this, and once I've got a couple of those shapes in, which could be quite difficult, but I do want to make it look the piece, and you can see I'm going upside down now, so I'm having to go, all my actions are sort of backwards rather than it's quite funny doing things backwards. Yeah, so there we go. And then I will then move away from here, and we're going to go and build something else. So I'm just still trying to debate which dinosaur we're going to do, or sort of work out how we're going to do one of the other major attractions. I know you want the I-Rex paddock, and I still haven't decided where to put that, so it's really difficult. And some more dinosaurs as well to come in, and I'll go and check out the ones that we got there. Right, there we go. Oh, it's just a bit there I've left out. See, forget the little bits to make sure that this comes all the way around like so. And then what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to start from a centerpiece. Yeah, we're all right. So let's start. What I'm going to do is sort of have a centerpiece here, and then it comes down. So, and this is really difficult. Maybe it's not as wide as that. I think that's too thick. Yeah, it's only as wide as that, so that's not going to work either. So I think it's going to come down 4 at various points, so that's what I'm going to have to do, and work out where the beams are, and then come down 4, and then go around like that and work it from there. I think that's about, yeah, I think I'm going to have to put some in between as well, because they're not close enough together, which is quite a difference. There's a difference between the outside of the building and the inside. That's looking cool. That's what we want. And then I will put, what I'll do is put some in between as well, so that's actually starting to look alright. So I'll come back once I've done some more of this and start showing you what I'm going to do with this particular bit. I'm wondering whether it's actually too big. This might be, it might be too big. I might have to come to be in a circle. Right, I'll come back once I've done a bit more with that. Right, this has been a lot of hard work, but I'm going to have to make some more alterations. I have now got the inside hanging area. I've sort of done it with a combination of iron and the iron bars. It's just to get that sort of shape that we've got as we go around, but now the what it is, I've got this outside area here which now needs to be glass. It now detracts from the rest of the building. So what I'm going to do now is replace all that circular wire with glass. So that's going to take me another bit of a while. That's taken me nearly 40 minutes just to get that particular section there, but in terms of, I think that's it. But now I need to get rid of that if I want to make it authentic, and I can still have, oh, there we go, look at that. I love these, they just keep flying forever. And now stop reading NotEnoughItems here. We're quite good, steady 60 frames a second. Ooh, yeah, you're lovely, aren't you? There's some more around somewhere as well. I'm trying to find the big uns from Paleocraft because they're in here as well. So I'm going to just nip outside. This is sort of going to be an access area if you were to get in here, like, and it'd probably go up or down, but there we go. So now I need to get rid of this metal area now and replace it back with the glass. So yeah, that's going to be fun. It'll take me a while to do this, as you can see, but once I've done that we shall move on. But I want to get it right. I want it looking the parts. That's much better with the beams there. Yeah, so I'm going to now work my way round, and once I've finished it I will come back again. It takes a long time to do these builds. Whoa, after another hour's work, I think I finally got there. I've had to take all sorts out here. I've literally taken out, as you will see, I've got right down to the single circular area in the centre because it just looked miles better. I also had to take out all the ironwork and all the girders work, so you can see now that it is definitely looking the part. There you go. That is the dome as such. As much as I'm going to do at the moment in terms of this, because I think it's ideal. I could put another line down each one of those, but hey, I think I'm quite happy with it now not to have to do that. So let's go and have a look inside and show you inside, because we're going to leave the aviary for a while, but I need to just show you inside. This is like the access area, apart from helicopters of course. And if I go over here, you will see this area now. It actually looks like the proper one as such, so I am quite happy now. If you're over here in the cafeteria or going down the walkway, remember, for those of you who haven't seen this, this is part A, or phase 1 of the aviary. There you go. Phase 1 goes round here, down here and round. Phase 2 is going to be over here, and this phase 2 is going to be again sometime in an episode in the future, but I have got a absolutely modern, super modern design. We've got the traditional over here, and I've got a super duper sort of design over here as well to do, which is going to be taking a bit of work, so we're not going to do that. But there you go. Right, I am now happy with this, so that it actually looks far better and actually looks the part, and it looks like a proper aviary which could be smashed to smithereens. One of the other things I can do is if you go through that wall down there, I can make a tunnel out of here, but that's a different story altogether. Right, okay, there we have it then. There's the aviary. So let's move on to something else, and once I work out how much time I've got left in this video, we'll see what we can do now. So hope you like that part of it. There we go, looking quite good. Well, welcome back over to our last animal we brought into the world, the NotEnoughItems, and these are still here. Can't do much about these, I'm afraid, because basically they haven't lost any health as of yet. So what I'm going to do now is bring in, I can't bring in the Oviraptor because the Oviraptor is not available at the moment in Jurassicraft. The Oviraptor is fantastic, big creature, and they've obviously taken it out to do an upgrade of it. So we'll be waiting for the Oviraptor to come back. But what we have got in Jurassicraft is the Titanis. And that is one big bird. So I'm just going to put this next to here because they are so gorgeous in terms of colours, and we should get quite a few really. So I thought, right, let's bring those in next, just to actually do something on this episode with a new creature, because they can be over this side of the island then quite happily. and they don't hurt each other, but they will if I hurt them. They don't get attacked, so I just want to keep them apart anyway, because it'd be easier to name them. I think a lot of people might want to name these, and yeah, so let's nothing else now. So let's try. I'm going to do, because of the fact there are a number of different types. Oh, and the rain comes down. Yeah, there are a number of different types. We're going to bring these in and see what we get. So we got a pen big enough, and there you go, Titanis. These are big compared with the Dinosaurs. Can't say that. These are big, and let me just show you. See which ones we get first of all. This would be cool. Whoa! Look at that! Wow. Yeah, you can see outside. You can't you? So let's see what else we get. That is a beautiful colour. Let's see what else we get. Whoa! Look at this. Now, somebody says, why don't you put these in the petting zoo? Well, I'm afraid, dear guys and girls, you would not want to pet one of these. These are big birds and they are highly dangerous. And these are the Jurassicraft ones. Let's just move that. Yeah, so it's a male one. Attack 27.94, so it's got quite a big attack rate. There's a female. Okay. Oh, I wonder if we're only actually going to get two different types. Now I can't remember with this particular bird and see what it is, but I just love the whoa, it's much bigger. That's much bigger. I think we will now. I thought we got a number of different types. There we go, female. Look at the colours on the little feathers on the top as well. So we've got 3 females. Another male. We're quite happy with that. So we're going to bring one more in. Maybe it'll be another female probably, but we shall see. They are just gorgeous, aren't they? They're fantastic. Hey, another female. There you go. Notice how they spawn in. I could spawn in the little children by pointing up in the air and set to a baby, but I wanted to spawn in the full-size Titanis just to show you what they're like. Aren't they cool, the new ones? Yeah, they are cool. Oh, where are they off to? Think they're going to go? I wonder if they actually will get out over 2. I don't think so. So if you want some names, I'm not going to release these ones until they're named. So we have 4 females and 2 males. So go ahead and create some names. And Titanis. So we could have Tatiana. There we go. Can't think of any boys' names. Tim. Tim the Titanis. Yeah, there we go. Let's see what you come up with the names, and the Dinosaurs as well. Let's have some names for those. So we've got 2 sets of feathered types of carnivores over here. So you get ahead and go and name those in the bottom of this. There's something for you to do, guys and girls. And I'll pick the best ones, because I can imagine now I'll get quite a lot for these beasts as they are. Guys, there are a couple of others in terms of this, but these are the best 2 out of each mod as they come. Now I like these because these are the Fossil and Archeology Mod, of course, and this is the Jurassicraft. Right, so now we've done that, and I'm sure you're going to name that, we're going to head back to Main Street because we've got quite a bit of a project ongoing at Main Street as well, so we're going to head over there. Right, here we go. I've started on the promenade. Now the promenade has got Ben & Jerry's, and it's got another sort of promenade, I call it promenade type premises over here, and I don't know what this is at the moment. It looks like a shop of some sort to sell goods, so we're not too sure exactly what this one, but this is definitely Ben & Jerry's, and I've sort of got the idea of it, how we're going to do it, and it is quite difficult because it takes a while to get these. Did I get that exactly right? No, I didn't. See, so we need to just say Ben & Jerry's, of course, for those in the UK, because you know, is a ice cream. We can buy Ben & Jerry's ice cream in the UK anyway, but this is actually a Ben & Jerry's ice cream parlour, unless you want to call it. I call it ice cream parlour. Now, what I've had to do, if you come in here, that's just slightly wrong. but the wooden area, I've tried to use the same sort of designs of the doorways. I know that started it over there, but I thought just to get doorways and make it a bit more effective, it's sort of making it a lot easier for me to do. And when I'm actually inside, I'm just going to show you this, is yeah, I'm going to, because of the limitations of Minecraft, it's with the design, there's only so much you can actually do, i.e. this now will not match up with that side, so we sort of have to, in fact that might be better if it follows the line, see? And what it means is I might have to make that go like that, so that's probably better, just behind here. And that's not right. So yeah, that doesn't need that down there either. So once it's quite difficult sometimes, the glass, just to come under there and under there. I can't do much about that really. At least it gives the opinions some glass. So what I've had to do as well is try and squeeze these two buildings in, because of the nature of the fact that it's on an angle look to the rest of the lake. I'm more concerned about fitting these two small premises in, and there's a bit of difference. It's easier to do a big building like Margaritaville over there and Winston's when we get there, but these small buildings I'm trying to just stick to the basic design feature but make them interesting, more so than they have been. So that should be just about there. There we go. We'll sort of use that and stick to that, and yeah, in fact that should just go. Oh, that's not right. And trying, the other problem is with Minecraft is light inside the buildings. That's quite a difficult thing to do because all I've got is very limited light sources. So that's sort of the best really I can do with that, because of the way the doorway is and it's on an angle. So what I've done now is looked at the skylight. So if I come down here, I haven't put any interiors in these yet, I'm looking at skylights. In fact we can see, and if I use the very light grey blocks there, we can actually create some skylights. Instead of having these, I can actually, oh, that's not the right one. Where's my stained glass? So I could have actually, in fact I can do some glass ceilings, because these are flat roofed buildings, so I could actually do that. So I'm going to have to play around with that, because then I have to replace the correct roof tiles back so we don't get any spawning beasties. Yeah, that's probably better, isn't it? So I could do some lights as well as, I don't remember if I can, yes I can do that. I don't want to ruin the facade of the building. That's alright, we can do that. In fact we're alright there, so I can now put that back and get rid of that lighting. So at least we've got some light in here so nothing spawns, and the same here with this door. This has got an overhanging grey area and I haven't finished the roof yet, but I've decided this one will be nice square. Yeah, lights in the roof as well, because I've done double skins, and if you look through there I think that's, yeah, there we go, we get lovely light inside. And then it's got a flat roof. I haven't put some stuff on there. This today and yesterday has taken a long time with the aviary, and then looking at the design of these, I've been playing around with designs. I've got to try and keep within keeping of the way the promenade is and the way the waterfront is and Main Street is, but I think now starting the buildings we're sort of starting to get there. And this one over here is a cinema. I can't wait to have a go at that. I think I'm going to do that next, because the cinema looks quite a cool building. Again, I have to play with it around, so I wanted to get some buildings here. Right, well that is going to be the end of this episode. I've spent a long time building over the last 2 days but not produced much video to think of it. Remember, Titanis, we need some names for those, and the NotEnoughItems, I cannot say that for the life of me. Don't laugh. NotEnoughItems. And we'll get some names on that, and I can use those in the next episode. So there we go. Whilst offline, I will sort of finish the exterior and start looking at how I'm going to do the interior of these two premises. Ben & Jerry's is an ice cream parlour, so that's going to be quite easy to do that with some chairs outside. Right, okay guys and girls, thank you very much for watching. This is going, I'll tell you now, this has got to go now. It's going to have to go, and I have to reroute the monorail across the lake from over here by the Hilton Hotel, which we haven't even started yet. So there we go. Right, press that like button please. Again, I want some names now for the birds, and come back to me. Thanks very much indeed, and bye bye.